Okay. Yeah, this absolutely isn't getting any less awkward. Okay. Okay. Pimples, cravings, mood swings. But what is the reason? Is it seasonal depression? Is it the aftermath of a Nicholas Sparks novel? No. It's that time of the month. And for me, really the only way of dealing with it is A, wearing an amount of makeup that makes it look like I recently ran away from the circus. B, getting drunk. I'm starting off with a rosé here that already has a fly inside. Great. That's wow. I'm starting off with a rosé that pairs very nicely with my mood of let's get the fuck drunk. And lastly, of course, having some awesome food. Comfort food that reminds me of my childhood very much. Which is why today we are making Pimientos Rellenos. Oh, okay. Which is why today we're making Pimientos Rellenos a Langostinos. It's pretty similar to croquetas de jamón, or like with seafood, obviously in this case. But the great thing about Pimientos Rellenos is that they don't have to be deep fried, which means I don't smell like shit for the next 3 days, which is amazing. Hello? Oh, I'm hallucinating. That's great. That's really reassuring news. Nice. We're basically just gonna take these amazing little bell peppers that have been roasted, skinned, and then pickled. We're gonna stuff them with a delicious amalgamation of langostinos, which is prawns, leek, and also a bechamel sauce. I don't know. Why is this a good idea? It's just not. It's not. Béchamel and I have a very complicated history. I sort of cheated my way around that, but these Pimientos Rellenos, they have a very distinct taste, and I think I'm just gonna have to get over myself and do this bechamel thingy. And yes, well, let's see how that works out. Oh boy. All right, let's get going on the filling. Do not forget to hit that refresh button on your glass of wine, if you know what I mean. First of all, we're gonna use a little bit of olive oil. This is 1 leek. Also, what you're gonna have happen to you if you have like ugly ass gel nails like me, they're gonna smell like leek for at least 4 days. Make sure that this is like cooked through before you put in the prawns. And please, always dry your protein before you put it in a pan. Try not to get any browning here. This is cooked through now. We're just gonna add this to a little bowl and set it aside, let it cool slightly. All right, I'm scared to say it, but we're gonna have to get started on the bechamel sauce. Yay, butter. At this point, I'm like 70% butter myself, so. In the meantime, more wine. You know what's different from last time? I come prepared. I actually know what to do and when to do it. And I'm feeling pretty dang good about myself. I'm just gonna add the flour now because I really like, oh, I was supposed to use a whisk, but this is a pan. Like, ooh, shit. And I literally just said I come prepared. Kids, don't try this at home. I'm using a metal whisk in a pan, so that's not really what you're supposed to do, but I don't really have that many options right now. So I'm just gonna add this flour little by little, whisk it in. Okay, so far this isn't too bad. This looks, I know I'm blocking your view, but this still looks like something you could possibly eat at some point. I'm pretty sure I'm doing something wrong. Fuck. Okay, anyway, this is incorporated, and I can already tell you it's gonna get clumpy as fuck. This doesn't look like it's gonna work at all. Fuck this! I knew it! Oh, this is clumpy. I don't know know if you can see this, but this looks like fucking porridge, not like a bechamel sauce. This isn't exactly sparking joy, if you know what I mean, Marie Kondo. Apparently at this point we're supposed to add salt and pepper, so that's what we're gonna do. I don't really have an alternative here. It's not like I can do this a second time. What did I say about coming prepared and being like really happy with myself? Yeah. I'm just gonna amp up the heat just a little bit because nothing is happening here. Literally nothing.
24 hours later.
Oh wait, okay. I feel like it's getting a little bit of texture. All right, this is nice. Look at that. It's starting like how quickly did this happen? Man, what the hell? And we're aiming for this to be pretty thick because paired with the leek and the juices from the prawns, I think we don't want this to be too saucy or it will just like flow right out of the bell peppers. This really isn't too bad, man. I could definitely use much more salt. Plus I'm gonna add a tiny little bit of nutmeg because in Germany that's usually what we add to the bechamel. I just drained a little bit of the juices out of this fella right here and I'm gonna add it back in. And of course I removed the whisk and let's just pray that there are no metal shavings in our food later. We're of course going to taste that because frankly it looks delicious and rich and amazing. So, oh wow, this is really good. Oh hell yeah. Oh hell yeah. Oh boy. Right, and we can move on to our next step, the sauce. Because yes, that's just the filling. We need sauce. We're starting off with a bunch of olive oil, as always. Let's put in all of our onions. Next up are 3 of the bell peppers we're going to use later for filling, and I've chopped them up. And for good measure, I've also added 2 cloves of garlic. The original recipe really doesn't call for it, but who cares? It's garlic. Shut up. And once that's done, you're going to want to add around 200 milliliters of heavy cream. This is a little bit more than that, but you know what? Who really cares at this point? This is comfort food. So I have this insane stuff that you can get in Spain. It's smoked hot paprika. If you're vegetarian and are looking for a meaty flavor in your food, this is your go-to new best friend. I promise you that. I'm gonna add a little bit of this. This also gives a nice color. Oh yeah, oh, this is already really good. It needs more salt, definitely. I'm just gonna set it aside, let it cool as well. Cheers, guys. Well, it is time to finally fill our pimientos. Take a pimiento, and then you just wanna take a little bit of the bechamel and spoon it inside. And don't worry, they're not supposed to be like super firm or anything. It's just a really like saucy, messy dish. So yeah, there's that. This really yields a shit ton of peppers that are all equally overflowing with bechamel, which definitely should have been a bit thicker in retrospect. But you know what? I don't really care. It's gonna be amazing anyways. I'm gonna reheat these in the oven for a while. In the meantime, I'm gonna process the sauce and prepare a little salad to go along with it. There's still fucking animal parts in my wine. Fuck that. That's not it. That's not the word. Let me check the word. We'll see about that later. Great idea, great idea.